Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first video of our Cisco ACI series. My name is Mohammad Imani. I'm a principal data center architect, senior network consultant, and lead technical instructor and enablement manager. And I've been working with networking technologies and technical education for more than 20 years. A major part of my work today is focused on data center technologies, especially Cisco ACI, VXLAN EVPN fabrics, and advanced broadband data center design plus AI data centers. Over the years, I've also had the opportunity to train more than 90,000 students around the world. But just like our CCNA series, I'm not doing this alone. Once again, I'm joined with my good friend, Omid Delabar. Omid is a dual CCIE in enterprise infrastructure and data center. He's also a Cisco certified design expert specialist, and he holds CCNP data center and Cisco ACI implementation specialist certifications as well. So between the two of us, we are going to approach ACI from a few different angles. We are going to look at it from the certification side, but much more importantly, from the architecture, design implementation, and troubleshooting side. Because ACI is one of those technologies where simply knowing which button to click in APIC is not enough. So you need to understand what actually happening behind the button. And that's exactly what we want to teach you in this lesson. Now, if you have been following our CCNA and Networking Fundamentals series, first of all, welcome back. And thank you for continuing this journey with us. In the CCNA series, our goal was to build a networking knowledge from the ground up. This time, we are taking a big step into the data center, and more specifically, into Cisco ACI, which is Application Centric Infrastructure. Now, let me tell you something. When I first started learning ACI, I already had a strong networking background. I understood switching, routing, VLANs, VRFs, BGP, OSPF, data center networking. And I thought, okay, it's networking. How different can ACI really be? Well, then you open ACI for the first time and suddenly, tenant, bridge domain, APG, application profile, contract, subject, filter, endpoint, APIC, leaf, spine, L3 out. And you're sitting there thinking, wait a second, where did my VLAN go? So where's my SPI? And why does everything suddenly have a new name? If you have already started learning ACI, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And I think this is one of the biggest reasons people initially find ACI difficult. It is not necessarily because the networking itself is impossible, it's because ACI changes the way we describe, organize, and control the networking. And if somebody just gives you 50 new terms and say, okay, memorize this, ACI becomes extremely confusing very quickly. We don't want to teach it this way. Throughout this series, Omid and I want to help you build a mental picture of ACI. And here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine moving to a completely new city. On your first day, everything looks complicated. You don't know the streets, you don't know the shortcuts, you don't know which highway connects one part of the city to another. Someone tells you, take this road, turn here, take that exit, take that street. You can follow the instruction, but you don't actually understand the city. And that is very similar to learning ACI by following configuration steps. Create a tenant, click. Create a VRF, click. Create a bridge domain, click. Create an APG, then click. Create a contract, click again. Okay, everything works, but why? What did we actually build? What is happening underneath? That is the difference between knowing how to configure ACI and actually understanding ACI. So after you live in that city for some time, you don't need somebody giving you directions anymore. You have a map in your head. You understand how everything connects, and that is exactly what we want to build throughout this course, the map. So eventually, when someone says, we have two EPGs in this tenant, they are associated with this bridge domain, and communication is controlled using this contract, and on and on and on. You shouldn't have to memorize what that sentence means. You should be able to visualize it. And even more importantly, when it doesn't work, you should have an idea of where to start looking. Because troubleshooting is where your understanding really gets tested. When everything is green in the APIC, everybody is an ACI engineer, right? The interesting part starts when something turns red, or when everything is green but the application still doesn't work, that's even more fun, right? And we are going to get into those situations throughout this series. We are going to configure things. We are going to verify them. We are going to look underneath the configuration. And whenever possible, we are going to break things and troubleshoot them. Because we don't want this to become a course where you spend hours watching PowerPoint slides and then still don't feel comfortable opening the APIC. We want to combine theory with practical labs. And we are going to build the knowledge step by step. We will begin with the architecture. What exactly is Cisco ACI? Why was it created? What problems is it trying to solve? And what are the roles of the leaf switches, the spine switches, APIC controller? Then we will start connecting the physical architecture to the logical ACI model. We will talk about things like tenants, VRFs, bridge domains, application profiles, APGs, contracts, and endpoints. And when it helps, we will compare those concepts with the traditional networking concepts you probably already know. But we are not going to stop here. As the course progresses, we will go deeper into how the fabric actually works. The underlay, the overlay, VXLAN endpoints, learning, traffic forwarding, external connectivity, L3 out routing, VMM integration, operations, troubleshooting, and many of the technologies and design decisions you're likely to encounter when working with ACI in a real data center. Now, who is this course actually for? If you're a network engineer who wants to move into data center technologies, this series is for you. If you are already a data center engineer but ACI still feels confusing, this series is still for you. If you're working with Nexus switches and traditional data center networks and you want to understand how ACI changes that architecture, you're in the right place. Also, if you're preparing for Cisco data center certifications, including ACI-related exams, you are also going to find a lot here that will help you. And if you are already working with ACI but want to understand what's happening underneath the GUI, stay with us, because we're going to go much deeper than simply showing your configuration. Now, there is one important prerequisite. This is not an introduction to networking course. We're going to assume that you already understand the basic concepts of Ethernet, switching, VLANs, IP addressing, routing, default gateways, and ideally some basic data center networking. You don't need to be a CCNP, definitely not. But having a solid networking foundation will make learning ACI much easier. And if you're completely new to networking, that's actually one of the reasons we created our CCNA and Networking Fundamentals series. You can use that series to build your networking foundation, and then come back here when you're ready to take the next step into the data center. And throughout this ACI series, please ask questions, seriously. If something doesn't make sense, put it in the comments. Don't think maybe this is a stupid question. There are no stupid questions when you are learning something like ACI. If you are confused by something, there is a very good chance that hundreds of other people watching the same videos are confused by exactly the same thing. Your questions also help Omid and me understand where we need to spend more time, where we need another lab, or where we should create an additional video. So use the comments. And if these videos are helping you, subscribe to the channel and like the videos. It genuinely helps us understand that this is a kind of deep technical content you want us to continue creating. Because our goal here isn't to upload 3 or 4 random ACI videos and disappear. We want to build this into a complete Cisco ACI learning journey. From your first introduction to the fabric, all the way into implementation, design, operations, and troubleshooting. So, welcome to Cisco ACI series. Omid and I are really excited to have you with us. Whether you're here because you're preparing for certification, because ACI just appeared in your production environment, and somebody told you, congratulations, you are managing this now, or because simply want to become a stronger data center engineer, you're in the right place. And don't worry, if ACI looks complicated right now, tenant, VRF, bridge domain, EPG, contract, leaf, spine, APIC. By the end of this journey, our goal is for those words to stop sounding like a list of Cisco terminology. and start looking like part of one architecture and actually makes sense. So with that, let's officially start our Cisco ACI journey. The first thing we need to understand is exactly where we are going. So let's take a look at the course blueprint and see what we are going to cover throughout this series.